All right, I got a request from a sub to talk about Floyd Mayweather, man. And I gotta be honest, man. Ever since 2009, maybe, I've been slowly falling off watching boxing. I don't really watch MMA. I don't know what it is, but boxing as a sport has just really. It. I'm used to like the 80s and 90s where the marquee fighters fought each other, at least most of the time. You know what I mean? And I'm used to fighters fighting at least 2 or 3 times a year. You know, now these guys don't fight for long stretches. Keith Thurman's a pussy. He don't fucking fight anybody. He don't fight the people he want to fight. They don't. It's just it turned me off, so I stopped watching it, man. And I really don't watch boxing now. So it's like all of my opinions of boxing are going to be, they're not going to be of one that's somebody that's in the know of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So all I can talk about Floyd Mayweather would be life experiences or my opinion from my point of view about some things. But if it's something boxing related, I can't really give that right now. I do know he's supposed to fight some guy named Tenshin Nasukawa, I think it is, who's a strike champion, kickboxing champion, on New Year's Eve in Japan. And I guess the big controversy is Floyd Mayweather, is he becoming like a Joe Louis? Is he like a guy who is going to have to keep coming out of retirement because he's not good with his money or whatever? There's rumors that he's broke or his funds are running out or whatever, and that's one of the reasons he's coming out of retirement. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Floyd Mayweather. All right. On the one hand, there's a lot of things about him I like. I love when he put Larry Merchant in his fucking place. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the great moments in HBO boxing history. When he told Larry Merchant, "You don't know shit." I love that. I think that as great as Floyd Mayweather is as a boxer, as great as he is, I still think in some ways he's underrated. I get pissed off when I see a lot of racist motherfuckers call this dude a coward because of his fighting style. Yet they'll laud somebody like Willie Pep. The great Willie Pep, he won a round without throwing a punch. He's this defensive master. You know what I'm saying? He's this great defensive fighter. But Floyd, he's a coward. No, Floyd is one of the all-time great defensive fighters of all time, if not the best. I respect his acumen as a businessman when it pertains to how he marketed himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, he created Money Mayweather. He created that persona and became the greatest prize fighter, as 78 Sports TV says. And it's true. He's the greatest prize fighter of all time as far as earnings is concerned. Now, whether or not he's the greatest boxer of all time, that's subjective. So that aspect of Floyd Mayweather, I like. What I don't like about him, and at times hate about him, is his disrespect towards certain fighters. In particular, he pissed me off when he was shitting on Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit rubbed me the wrong way. I know it rubbed a lot of other people the wrong way. Another thing that pissed me off about him was his coonery. You know what's going on. You know the plight of the black man. You know the plight of minorities in this country. And then you say that shit, all lives matter. Basically, what else did this guy say? Some shit about, he's not really concerned about Africa or shit like that. Other shit that he said over the years, man, that is basically cooning and shit, So that aspect of Floyd pisses me off. But I don't really care about his finances. Like, okay, if I hear that he's supposedly broke, and really, when a celebrity is broke, that's different from when me and you broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us, if we're broke, it means that we live in paycheck to paycheck and we got like less than $100 in the bank. You know what I'm saying? With Floyd being broke, it might mean that his assets is less than $5 million. To him, that's broke. But he still got cash. He still got money. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as his spending exploits, whatever, I don't really care. Like, I don't know. It's just me. Like, I don't really care personally whether he goes to a strip club and drop $100,000. If that's that man money that he's earned, he can do what the fuck he want to do. That's one thing I don't like, man. I don't like, when somebody like try to play Charles Schwab with other people's money and shit. Man, that nigga John, man. You know what that nigga did, man? No, what? Man, this motherfucker, man. I don't even want to tell you, man. This nigga went and bought a fucking television, man, for $1,200. He could have went to Walmart and got himself a nice smart TV for $190. Why would you spend that much money on top? Hey, man, why the fuck you worry about how this man spend his money? I'm just saying, I just think it's smarter for you to, save yourself $1,000 instead. Okay, well, maybe you could save yourself hundreds of dollars a year if you stop drinking so fucking much. Every time I see you, you got a fucking case of beer. You ever thought about cutting back and, you save yourself about good $700, $800, $900 a year doing that? We all could do things that can improve our financial situation, but we all have vices. Now, Floyd is able to satisfy his vices in ways that we can't because of his financial situation. Because I know for a fact, if I had $100 million in the bank, I'm fucking half of Hollywood. That's a fact. People, I tell people that shit and they be like, Mike, you crazy. Oh, I have a fuck list. If I ever became wealthy, like extraordinarily wealthy, there's a fuck list that I have of women that I like growing up. I don't give a fuck how old they are now. I want to fuck them. I want to fuck Halle Berry. I want to fuck Rosie Perez. Okay? I want to fuck Jennifer Lopez. I want to fuck Tony Braxton. I don't give a fuck what their situation is. I want to fuck them. And it's not that, I'm tricking off. I just want to fuck them. I know I can fuck other women, but I want to fuck these bitches. It's my fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Then after I get them, I go after the larger prey and shit. You know what I'm saying? The Rihannas and the Ariana Grandes and shit. Man, I'll be a whore, man. That's basically, you know what I'm saying, like some shit that I'm on. I'm talking too much in this video, man. Basically, man, I don't really give a shit about this man's financial situation, man. If he's broke, he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna feel sorry for a millionaire. At least he got to live the life of a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? People like Antoine Walker on television, and I'm supposed to feel sorry that he blew $110 million. Nigga, you had $110 million. You got to enjoy that shit. If you're broke, that's your fault. If Floyd Mayweather's broke, he got to keep coming out of retirement and risk, getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how this fight's going to play because it's an MMA bout, but I'm assuming that Nasukawa is not going to be able to kick because I'm assuming that with Floyd and the way that he always has things situated so it benefits him the most, it's probably going to be more of hand to hand. But, you got to think, man, with Floyd, he's 41 years old. He hasn't fought in over a year. You got to think that his skills are beginning to diminish. Not beginning, man, but because his skills already were diminished when you saw the Berto fight. He's risking, possibly losing, man. I mean, I don't think this guy can beat Floyd if it's the right set of rules, but he's getting old, man. Like, old. And when you're a fighter that's predicated on defense, your skill set is dedicated is predicated on defense. You risk a lot of shit, man. And when you keep fighting past your prime, so I don't know, man. I don't want to see Floyd get knocked the fuck out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see that shit happen, man. Because as much as Floyd pisses me off sometimes, the racist motherfuckers, they're waiting for that. Their breath is baited to see Floyd get knocked out by anybody that's even perceived to be white or close to white. Nasukawa will be white enough for them. Precise percenter. You know what I'm saying? Wayne Newton. I ain't gonna say that motherfucking name. He want people to say his name. All these dudes, they love to say that shit, man. So that's all I gotta say about that.